I need to let this out because holding it in has been eating me alive. Maybe it'll mean something to you. Maybe it won't. But if you've ever loved someone so deeply, only to realize that love still wasn't enough to make them stay, then you'll understand this in your bones. The night I walked away, something inside me fractured, and it never went back the same. I didn't know then how far that crack would spread. I just knew that months later, I'd still be sitting here trying to sort through the ruins of something I once believed could never fall apart. I told myself I was strong enough to leave without breaking. The truth? I was already shattered before my hand touched the doorknob. I can still see the living room, that worn rug we picked up secondhand. The rug where we once laughed, dreamed, and promised each other forever. A forever that slipped through our hands like smoke. And then she said it. Michael makes me feel alive. Barely a whisper, but it hit harder than any scream could have. I didn't ask for explanations. I didn't argue. I didn't even look at her. My eyes burned, but I refused to let tears fall. Not in front of her, not after that. All I managed was, I hope he gives you what you're looking for. Even then, I knew it was a lie. Deep down, I prayed whatever she thought she wanted wasn't real. I wanted her to see I'd been the one who stayed, the one who showed up when no one else did. But I didn't fight for her, because begging someone to remain when they've already imagined life without you is just another form of dying. So I left. Not because I stopped loving her, but because I knew she was already gone. The nights after were brutal. Sleep abandoned me. Food turned to dust in my mouth. I hid in a cheap motel outside the city, 40 minutes away from the home we'd built together. Silence pressed down on me as I lay staring at the ceiling, replaying every wrong turn, every word I never spoke. My phone lit up with friends and family trying to reach me, but I ignored them all. I couldn't handle their pity. Eventually, I moved into a small apartment. Nothing tied to her, nothing tied to us. Just mine. I picked up shifts at a hardware store, more to fill the empty hours than for money. The owner, an older man, never asked about my past. Maybe he sensed I wasn't there for the paycheck, just for a reason to keep going. Days blurred into weeks, and I built a rhythm. I painted walls. I adopted a rescue dog, Penny. She didn't fix me, but she gave me a reason to get out of bed, someone to come home to. I realized I didn't miss Brooke. Not really. I missed the idea of her, the version in my head who would always choose me, who would never walk away. But that version had never been real. 6 months in, breathing didn't feel like a battle anymore. I made small talk at work, went for coffee with someone once, even smiled without forcing it. It wasn't love, not even close, but it was movement. For the first time, Brooke wasn't haunting every thought. 9 months later, I felt steady. Not whole, but steady. I wasn't chasing answers or waiting for closure. I'd already carved it out myself. And then she came back. A Thursday. I'd just finished work, covered in sawdust, groceries in my arms. As I unlocked my door, I heard my name. Michael. I froze. She was there. Brooke. Same face, but worn, hollowed out by life. Her eyes swollen, a letter clutched in her hands. I've been trying to find you, she said, voice shaking. My heart pounded, but I stayed quiet. She held out the letter. Everything I never said. Everything I should have told you. I didn't take it. Not because I hated her, but because I refused to return to a place where her choices defined my worth. Tears streaked her cheeks, and for a moment, the old version of me stirred. The one who would have invited her in, made tea, given us another chance. But that man no longer existed. Months of pain had reshaped him into someone else. I lied about Jason, she sobbed. I thought I needed more, but it was nothing. He didn't want me, just the thrill. I ruined us. You were the only one who ever made me feel alive. For a split second, I saw the woman I used to love. But she wasn't her anymore, and I wasn't me either. You didn't ruin us, Brooke, I said softly. You ruined yourself. Her face crumbled. I'm sorry, she whispered. I nodded. I hope you heal. but I'm not yours anymore. Her tears fell harder, but I didn't reach out. That wasn't mine to do anymore. She walked away, just as I had nearly a year before. Inside, I set the groceries down and sat beside Penny. My chest ached, not with longing, but with release. It hurt because the last thread tying me to her had finally snapped. And in the space it left behind, there was peace. If someone ever tells you they've found more outside of what you built, let them go. Don't beg. Don't chase. Just walk away. Because the greatest thing you'll ever discover isn't an answer, and it isn't revenge.